Yo, you filming? You filming? So, yesterday, quite successfully removed a concrete pad. I don't like talking with my mouth open, give me a second to chew. But installation was a little bit more difficult than removal. Kind of like an engine. So, yesterday when I was like, I could do the same job for half the price. Let me show you what the same job looked like with our tools.
Whoa! Look at me, baby. Whoa! Did my tractor die? I'll turn it off. Are we messing with my tractor?
Both.
He just keeps food in his mouth so he doesn't have to answer. He's smart. Just keeps chomping.
Secret to life.
Eventually.
Yeah, that's what I think I meant. I cheated.
I don't know why we decided to let you use the forklift.
You broke the last one.
Yeah. Now back up a little bit.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, here, you get out of there. Yep, that's it.
He's like hitting a brick wall.
Okay.
Once at my previous job, I was flying and there was a container and I just, yeah.
Alright,
I feel like we put it in backwards.
Go on! Bro, we're done here. We're done. We are done.
Oh my god, it's worse. We're just hoping that the ad rep from this video pays for a new slab at this point.
Go on.
My cars are
My
cars are never getting out of the garage.
This is
Happy Friday!
give up.
We got gravel,
Done.
we just fill up this stuff with gravel.
What is going on? Why are you doing this?
Try to flip it and put it in on this side first.
This is the claw game, but just dumber.
I was supposed to hold it?
Yeah.
We just really don't want to build a Supra today.
How high you want to go, bro? No, keep going higher. Yeah. No, go way higher, bro. Yeah. Hell yeah. Love that. Big demolition boys, dude.
Jim!
Right,
he says.
Oh, thank God you're
Just
here,
in
Jim.
time, Jim. I knew you wouldn't miss it.
It made it worse.
Jim wasn't here. Jim was stuck
Just
in
had to
traffic
wait. I
on
was
95.
stuck behind a dang rocket module. Thanks, man.
Jim, help.
Okay, let's trim it.
15 years down the road, you're going to look back at this moment and you're going to remember it. And that's going to be a good memory.
Filled with regret.
At this point, we're just trying to make it safe so that way when the Amazon driver gets lost, like they do every time, they don't, oh, I crashed my car.
Y'all need to stop.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Jesus, we're down, dude.
Close. Seriously, like driving a car through here isn't bad at all. That's what we're gonna do today. Guys, welcome to today's video. A90 Supra time.
It's probably at the end of this video at this point.
So we are finally diving into the Supra. Part of the reason why it's been pushed off to the side, I don't like jumping into projects if we're still waiting on parts and things, but we have like 90% of the stuff that we need, and we're starting to have a window open up of time to work on this thing. Now, Johan, you already pulled apart yours, like you gutted your whole interior, right?
Yeah, it's completely gutted, so I have an idea of, kind of remember how everything comes apart. So
that would probably be the biggest challenge here, but really what we need to do, we don't have a full concrete plan of like how race car, how street car this thing's going to be. So we're going to kind of come up with that plan as we disassemble it. Originally, I was going to try to make this car be kind of like my S15 in the sense of having like half interior, roll cage and stuff like that. But I think with the direction that this build is going, it's going to probably ear more on the side of the E36. But as we tear into stuff, we're gonna make that plan. So I guess first step is pull the doors off, give ourselves some space, and then start pulling it out. This is sick, dude. Quick disconnect door plug. I like, why do they make it so easy? Door's ready to come off. That's so cool. Also, if you're new to the channel and you don't really know what the deal with this thing is, it was a totaled Supra that I got for pretty cheap, and this whole rear quarter was actually fixed. So the boys over at Monster Performance helped us out and got this thing looking good again, so it's kind of ready for us to dive into the build. And this car is getting an NA 4-rotor that's going to rev to the moon. It's going to have a sequential trans. Vargas built it a while back. It's been ready, sitting on a stand, and it's going to be a pretty wild car.
That was easy.
How heavy are they?
It's not that heavy actually. For having everything on there, the S15 door is probably way more.
Give me a weight. What do you think, 50 pounds?
This is, yeah, about 50 pounds. 40, 50 pounds.
It's pretty cool too how the door's designed, where like you could literally be one person and you can take the door off by yourself. You don't even need a helper. Wow, these are way lighter than you think they should be. I'm starting to regret my decision to go aftermarket doors. Just kidding. It's gonna be sick. Wait till you see what we got, baby.
What's that?
So this is the seat harness. For my car, pretty much I knew I was not gonna use the harness. So I just sacrificed one plug and figure out power and ground. So power supply right here. And once you put this on, the seat mechanism will work. So I could slide it forward and remove the back seat bolts.
Look at that.
You did the thing.
So,
You need to keep
fun
going.
fact, I've probably removed Supra seats 8 million times from my drag racing days.
I mean, ideally, I don't know. There's a lot of electronics removed from this car. Mine was in worse shape in the front, but this one was hit on the rear, and there's a computer on the rear and it's a fuse box. So it could have been maybe a battery, put it on, but we don't have the key, so never mind. What I'm trying to say,
We don't have the key?
No.
How are we gonna turn it on?
Maybe put a push.
Flintstone.
Yo, we push to start.
No
Like-
keys.
Yeah, like the rap people.
Yeah. No keys.
No keys, push to start. Little they know Camrys come with that now. It's not cool. Stop rapping about it. World's heaviest seats. Yeah, I was gonna say this. Well, yeah, the seats weigh more than the doors. No lie. This brings back memories because back in my drag racing days, I'd just be yanking at panels to see what came off easily. That was a great way to save weight. I think if I remember correctly, that thing comes off. Come on, now we got the bolts. They were hiding from us, but now we found them. You're now, bolts. Oh! Holy moly. Yo, these things are so going in one of my other cars.
That's exactly what I thought.
Dear Mark V Supra owners, if you're like me and you're wondering how much weight will it save to remove my speakers, A, it's a pain and probably not worth it. B, they probably weigh like 6 pounds each.
Not worth it.
The subwoofer got an intake gasket on it. Because the subwoofer has an intake gasket on it.
Oh, I mean, it is a subwoofer without the
Yeah.
intake gasket going on.
This is like the treat for dealing with all the spiders and the rat's nests and all the mice and everything that was in that E46. This is well deserved. Oh, dude, the gross wire though is sticky.
Oh, because of that tape.
Yeah. We're taking old girl on her maiden voyage, going to get some food. Johan's a little squished up in the front seat. because it keeps blowing fuses. The alignment, tie rods are seized, but it feels like home. So fun fact, one time when I was a kid, I like wedged my iPhone in here, and it was like my own makeshift GoPro to record like a POV like toge session.
Nice.
It was really bad. It never sounded this good when I was it. It doesn't pull that bad for like not having an alignment. I think we're good now. You ready? Do the dash. Ass food. I hate that song.
We're gonna come out and flip it. Take it up.
Thank you, Winch.
Don't scratch it.
Damn, this dash is heavy. I suppose once we take the airbag and stuff out, it'll lighten up a bit. So, the problem with a build like this is it's really easy
To escalate.
Yeah, to where like there's little decisions like, do we do a carbon dash? Do we do a carbon roof? And the next thing you know, it ends up taking so much more time. So there are gonna be certain things like the dash, I decided I wanna keep the stock dash and some of the stock interior components, just to both save time and money. Cause like I could probably drop 10 G's just on carbon for this car that I don't need. And as cool as it would be, it doesn't really save that much weight and it just adds work. And I wanna drive the car. All right, so it's been a while since we've talked about this car. When I originally got it, we threw it on the dyno with a little bit of race gas in it with the old school HKS turbo kit, and the car at around 19 pounds made 480 wheel and about 350 foot-pounds of torque. Now what we did is we kind of modernized the car, put a standalone ECU in it, converted the car over to Ignite Red, E90 ethanol, mostly for safety. But between that, the new ECU, Jamie cleaning up the timing, at the same boost level of 19 pounds, there's a lot of gains to be had. So pretty much everywhere in boost, we picked up about 40 foot-pounds of torque, and peak, we picked up about 40 wheel. This one we didn't actually rev out all the way, so it might have made more. We were able to safely push it up to 20 pounds until we started not having enough fuel pressure. The car has a single DW400 pump, revving high, could probably use a second pump, similar issue we ran into with the Chaser. Radium makes a nice kit for that, so that's on the wish list. But anyway, we wrapped up around 530 wheel at peak, which is about 70 wheel gain, and then torque compared to what it was at before, we have gains as big as 50 foot-pounds of torque, and pretty much gains everywhere all the way down to like 4,800 RPM. So it's gonna feel massively different on the street. It's gonna be more reliable, and there is a lot left in this turbo. You could spin it probably up to 30 pounds. My plan was to stop around 25 pounds since it's still stock head gasket just with head studs in it. But you can see this pull right here with 21 pounds, that alone picked up like another 20 wheels. So the turbo is still extremely efficient, and it can push quite a bit more. Now, I actually have a pretty cool turbo kit that Spectrum Motorsports made for me based around an R-Tech manifold and a Garrett turbo, but I wanted to get some data on this turbo setup before I go and switch over to all the new stuff, and I still want to see kind of what the max of this old school setup with modern technology and modern fuel would be. So I'm gonna go drive it tonight, throw the front drive shaft in, and enjoy this car for the first time in a long time, and I'll take you guys along with me. Bro, this is the most insane pile of wiring ever. I'm gonna make you lift it because I don't want to say my guess because it's gonna sound like I'm exaggerating. Give me a guess on how much you think that weighs, Mike.
That's a good 60 pounds.
Exactly my guess.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Mike. All right, back to me. Interior looking nice and stripped. I got a decent amount done, and then Johan kind of took charge while I went and fiddled on the dyno with the 32. This car is definitely going to be a bit more race car than I originally intended, but it's really cool being a new car. Everything's nice and tidy. I think I still want to paint the inside. Originally, I was hoping that it looked nice enough underneath. Johan's car is white underneath, so even though it like kind of doesn't have coverage in some areas, I feel like his looks a lot nicer. Where the red just, it needs to be covered. But I'll just cover it with red because any other color, if it chips, you're going to see red through it. Dealt with that with my E36, annoying as hell. Engine bay, we still got to tear down, and then I think the first step of this project is going to be to make the motor mounts, trans mounts, and then the most time-consuming thing is going to be Johan working his magic on the header. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that part of this build, but I need to update you on Red Chaser stuff. This is the 1J from it. I know some people don't watch the videos and they just look at the thumbnail and thought we were putting LS in it. No, the 1J is going to get regasketed, and then it's going to get the same turbo kit that I have on my Chaser. So it'll be a nice Garrett turbo, standalone, flex fuel, yada yada. Marco got the subframe back in, so this car can be a roller. It's coming together nice. It's going to look real good. We don't have time, since the giveaway is over now in about a month, to get everything zinc coated and still be able to build the car, test it, shake it down how I wanted. But thankfully, most of the hardware and everything on this bay is really clean. Like, even look at this brake booster. No paint or anything on this, and it's just minty. Looks brand new, and I think it's going to come together really nice. A lot of these harnesses on these cars you have to be careful with too, because they get very brittle, all the clips break. This one was in fantastic shape. So little things like that are making the process a lot easier. But I'm stoked to see this thing come together. Shout out to Randy for getting the paint done, knocked out quick so we can get wrenching. Now, I'm gonna go drive the R32 GTR, which I'm really excited about because I haven't driven it like at all in the whole time that I owned it. And it's a really long story, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna go drive it and I'm gonna have some fun at Dortes having a barbecue, so I'm gonna go there. I'll see you soon, okay, bye. I know that I said I'd see you guys soon, but I also did want to mention, like, look how crazy long. Yeah, it's a Supra.